Hello there, and a very happy new year to you. This is Jason from Jason's Weather Window. I hope you're having a great New Year's weekend and looking forward to an extra holiday, bank holiday tomorrow and Monday. Hasn't the weather been absolutely amazing for parts of the country? It's been pretty cold. It's done exactly what we thought it was going to do here at Jason's Weather Window. We did get cold. We've got very cold actually. In Scotland, it's particularly cold. I'll show you the temperatures first thing this morning actually in a wee moment for the UK. I'm just going to run you through the week's weather. The charts, I haven't actually had the time to look at them yet because I've been working this morning. I've been doing an event I've just finished, so I thought I'd do this video fresh off the back of that since I've been working like this. It's going to be a surprise to me too, but what I will say is the charts that I've been looking at in recent days and studying them all the time is basically we're in for 2 cold weeks. Whatever way we look at it, it's going to be cold. Where the snow is, where the sunshine is to be determined, although I'm going to try and give you a good idea of that. And what I'd suggest generally is that many parts of the country, especially the northwest and western parts, there will be a few exceptions to this, but basically Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looking really sunny, very, very cold, very, very frosty. Ice days for many places. We've had many ice days now in Scotland in a row. The frost is just not melting at all. Even where the sun's hitting the pavement, the frost is not melting today. It was like that yesterday. It's been like this for a while, actually. It's been like this since a couple of days before Christmas Eve in this part of Scotland. So it's been cold. It's going to remain cold, but there's a lot of dry, sunny weather around. And there might be frosts that take us below -10 on most nights, I would say, this week, especially if there's shelter from the wind. Now, the wind's been quite northerly, but there have been suggestions that it's going to go easterly. Whether it becomes a beast from the east, we'll go explore it. Let's have a look at today's data. But just to say, up until Thursday, many places will have glorious sunshine. It's great for getting out for walks. Please get out for a walk. Don't be stuck in your house. Get out for a walk. Enjoy the crunchy grass underfoot and the sunshine shining in your body. Wrap up, enjoy it. Get some exercise. You won't get much vitamin D, I'm afraid, from the sun at this time of year. It's just too weak and low in the sky, but get out there and enjoy it. For a social distance walk or something, it's perfect this week. From Thursday, some snow possible. Actually, there'll be some snow all week in certain parts of the country. I'll take you through the snow charts anyway, but it's mostly in the east. By Thursday, it starts to push further west. Next weekend's looking snowy. So what I'm saying is we've probably got 3, 4, 5 days, some of us, of lovely, glorious. There's not been a cloud in the sky all day here today, as it was yesterday and the day before and the day before that. It's just incredible. It's beautiful. If only it were 30 degrees warmer, it would be heaven. Let me do some screen sharing with you just now. Let me bring you up to speed and what's going on. I'll just be a wee second or two organising this for us. Okay, so let's have a wee look first of all, I think, at the temperatures last night, shall we? How cold it was. I know that my location was one of the coldest locations in Scotland. I'll just put this onto large map for you. This was the temperature that, this morning. And let's have a wee look at that. Wow, see your location there yourself. So there's my location there. That's my nearest official Met Office station, which is Prestwick. Right on the sea. Prestwick Airport is right on the sea. It literally is on the coast. It's not even quarter of a mile inland. It's bang on the sea, and look at the temperature. We get a -7 there. And Edinburgh, wow, Edinburgh get down to -7 last night. That's incredible. Glasgow, it looks like it was -8 in Glasgow. That's phenomenally low, actually, for a city. Annickmore there, -6 degrees. We've got a -8 there at Loch Gilcum. Oh, I can't pronounce that just now. It's too small. Look at that. Even in the islands of Scotland, -5 there in the southern peninsula of the Mill of Kintyre. You can see the temperatures in Northern England down to -4. Generally 0 to -1s and 2s. A little bit warmer on the northwest coast of Wales. That's where you get some showers, and it's been between -2 and -4 in Northern Ireland. So that's what we're playing with. When you start the day with temperatures like that, it's really quite hard for all areas to get above 0, because I know that when I done my forecast this morning on the Facebook, it was still -6 degrees, and it was half past 9 in the morning. So it takes a wee while for the temperatures to rise. Okay, so let's say this is a surprise for me too. What will we do first? Do you want to have a wee look at the snow charts first? This is from the GFS model. If you give me a wee second just to organise this. So what we're going to do is start, of course, just now. Just so that I'll put my location on. So if you're in the Glasgow area, there you go. Timestamps there at the top right hand side. So this is Sunday the 3rd. And if I can get that, just about make it. So let's just click it on. 3 hour clicks, okay? So you can see there's some wintry showers in the east of the country. It's not showing you the glorious sunshine we have here in the west, but believe me, it is very sunny in many parts. But there's a bit of snow around there. Look at 9 o'clock this evening. Eastern Scotland, northeastern England looks like it's getting quite snowy conditions. The Midlands and also Wales. Wales has been a real prone area for a wee bit of snow during the Christmas week and just the last 10 days in general. Running it on, that's midnight. Here we go into tomorrow. So even South West Scotland, a few of those showers, easterly winds getting through. It looks a wee bit watery rather than wintry on the very immediate east coast, but you go a mile inland and there'll be snow for sure. It's just that the temperature of the North Sea is a little bit warmer than the air, but that's the mechanism for creating snow showers. You see, if you've got a slightly warmer sea and you've got some really cold air coming across the warmth, that creates instability and clouds rise, you get heavy snow, and that's actually what creates lake snow effect. So that's what I think we're going to be seeing here. Winds coming from the east, creating some showers, some of them filtering through to the west, maybe watery rather than wintry in the immediate east coast, but from time to time, especially at night, snow is possible to fall to the lowest levels over the next few days. So let's take us further through tomorrow. England and Wales look like getting quite a lot of snow showers tomorrow. This is just one model run, of course, bear in mind, always. Northwest, the northwest. So tomorrow it's and Tuesday, northwest Scotland, central Scotland, and the whole of Ireland will look pretty good, but snow showers elsewhere. But the snow showers do push a wee bit further west there into Wednesday. And then we seem to be bringing in something from the northwest there on Thursday. So this is the day that I said would be a change day. I wasn't sure if today's charts would verify that, but yeah, look at the snow coming into the northwest on the 7th, and this is at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's northwest Scotland, central Scotland, the Highlands, southwest Scotland, northwest England, and northern Wales. A little bit watery rather than wintry for Ireland. But watch how the snow just sinks down. This has been the feature. Skydivers, I'm calling them. Low pressure just dives down south instead of it going from west to east. They're skydivers, and they're bringing down northerly winds in their wake. And that's each time it does it, it's getting colder. Just running this on quickly. I'm focusing on the snow. The snow is more concentrated in, well, it seems to be everywhere, doesn't it really? But especially coastal fringes. Then into Friday. Saturday, more snow comes into the west. And Saturday, there's purples there. That implies up to 10 centimetres of snow falling within a 3-hour period. So that looks like it could be something to watch. Wow, look at it come across, and you get the purple colours even going into northern England. So that's a bit of a snow event. That's a proper covering of snow, and that takes us into Sunday morning with more snow coming into the northwest. Ireland's completely snowy. Northwest England and Wales is snowy. Even the southwest of England's got snow. The Midlands have got snow, certainly. The snow just continues there. Wow, look at the purple colours, showing you some really heavy snow showers, blizzards for the mountains. It's not letting go. Now it's turning into the east. It's coming back round from the east. We're on next Monday, and it seems to be coming down from the northeast again. Look at the snow showers piling into the east. That's as far as I'm going to take you, because that's well beyond this week. Well, wasn't that interesting? So I wonder what the temperatures are doing. I'll just take you through these. It might take there we go, we're catching up now. So just look at that, actually. 2-metre temperature. And this is the best you can expect today. Look, there's -2s in the south of Scotland, even -4s, -5s. Snowfields freezing. A little bit warm on the east coast. Notice that, like 3, 4, 5, 6s. The east coast of Scotland and England. It's colder though. For central England, it's certainly cold in Northern Ireland. Let's run the sequence on and we'll have a little look at what it's doing tonight. Very cold, -6s. I wouldn't be surprised to see -10 tonight in parts of Scotland. Tomorrow, it's looking like another ice day. So here's your temperatures for the middle of the day tomorrow. -3s over the snowfields, maybe 1s, 2s at best in Scotland. Wee bit milder on the east coast, but look how the temperature is only about 1, maximum temperature of 1 degree in Wales. That cold air is certainly sinking down the western side of the country. I'll just take you on a wee bit further. And a very, very severely punishing frost to come on Monday night. Widely -6 across Scotland. It will be colder than that, believe me. It's undercooking the temperatures a tad, but we're really hardly scraping above 0. Look at that. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, and the majority of Scotland is below 0. Even Northern England and parts of Wales are not getting above 0. So there's a number of ice days on the way this week. Let's see what happens as that snow comes in. You can see the blues below 0. I'm just taking you through. This is Thursday. We just don't lift these temperatures up at all, do we? Like this is 9 o'clock on Thursday evening when we expect snow to be more of a feature. And you can see -6 in southern Scotland, -6 in central Scotland, with most of the country below 0, except the immediate east coast. So you might get less snow right on the immediate east coast. Really gets above 0 any day in Scotland. I mean, that's phenomenal. Just check that out. -11 degrees. -11 degrees on Saturday at midnight for Scotland. It'd probably get colder than that, to be honest with you. There's another -10 there. Phenomenally cold. I don't know if you would class this as a beast from the east. We'll wait and see. But what I am saying is, this is the coldest spell of weather that we've had, probably at this time of the year for 11 years. It might well turn out to be the coldest winter we've had in 11 years, but certainly at this time of year, the only other winter that did it was 2018, when we had the Beast for the East for a month. And we also had a very, very cold March in 2013. So let's see what happens. It's looking very encouraging. If you like sunshine and you like it bright and you like it frosty, a bit of snow on the ground, sparkly, look out your window and feel the brightness, then this is a great forecast for you. If you're a child, if your children are watching this right now, yeah, look your sledges out. Definitely get the sledges looked out. You're going to need them. Get your extra hats and scarves for your snowmen, because some parts of the country are going to have some severely cold weather. Now, I've taken you here to the 13th of January. Most of the country is still below 0. So I think that's made that point quite nicely. What can I show you here? Actually, do you know, I think another determining factor with snow is the dew point. So we need the dew point below 0. If it's not below 0, it's not going to snow, even if the temperature is below 0. So let's just quickly have a wee look at the dew points. Also, dew points, they do a lot for me. I look for the dew points all the time because it really indicates how dry or how moist the atmosphere is. So the lower the dew point, the drier the air. You know, that air that you can go out and walk when it's cold and it doesn't hurt your bones and your joints. Your joints get sore when the dew point's high. It might feel cold, but the dew point is high. Let's have a look at the dew points. Just quickly taking you through them. You see the -6s and 7s in Scotland today. A very cold, dry, clear. That's why it's such a blue sky, essentially. The air is holding very little moisture, with the dew points being as low as this. And I just don't see them getting above 0. I'm just quickly whizzing you through it. It remains like -5, 6 for most of the time in Scotland. Something's going on there on Thursday. It's a wee interference, but still dew points below 0. So I think most of the precipitation, there you go. This is 6 o'clock on Thursday. Like, you can see -5, 6s, 7s in Scotland. Like Glasgow is even -3 and Edinburgh's -4. So that's saying to me that if you get precipitation, it's going to be snow at this moment. That could change, but I don't think it will. I think have had this weather nailed for a while now. Look at that. The dew point's just going down below -10, -14 there on Saturday. I mean, there you go again, another -14. That's phenomenally cold. Phenomenally cold. Okay, I've had enough of dew points. We know we've got the parameters for snow. There is one other thing, if you're interested, and you know I always talk about it. The upper air temperatures 1 mile up in the air at 850 hectopascals. If the temperatures are -5 or lower, we can get snow down to sea level. It's got a 50% or greater chance of reaching sea level as snow. So these are the current upper airs for the GFS. -7, the -9, wow, -9 just enough of Scotland, that's really cool. -10 or below is a beast from the east, yeah, when you're looking at these charts. If it's above -5, you can still get snow. If it's above 0, forget it, there's no snow happening there at all, no matter how cold it is on the ground. It would fall as frozen rain if it was below 0 on the ground. The dew point was 0 on the ground, but the upper atmosphere is above 0, that's when we get frozen rain. So let's take you through the upper airs. And really cold airs plunge right down the whole country there. Today, really cold air, proper. Look at the lines now. These are the isobars, and they're tilting in from the northeast. So, I mean, potentially this is setting up beast for the east. I've got something else that will blow your mind later on to tell you what's going to happen later in winter. But, I can see some -8s coming into the east coast there, upper air temperature wise. Everywhere is below -5. The -5, the snow line is the dashed black line, essentially here. Some really, really cold upper air temperatures. Look, even London down at -9. So I'm saying -10, I consider that a beast for these. So, snow events are marginal in this country, always marginal. And I can tell you what it's going to do just now and even for the next few hours, but get some surprises because air masses mixed together in different ways and just get the dew point up a wee moment, or the upper air, there's a little warm sector, it can turn the snow to rain and then it can go back to snow. It is messy, it's marginal in the UK, but that looks like snow's coming to me. That looks like we're on the verge of a beast from the east now. Where are we? Tuesday. Still -8, -8s, -9s. A wee bit less cold for the northwest of Scotland, upper air wise. That's why you can enjoy all that sunshine there. Northwest of Scotland. How often do we say in January that the best place to be is the northwest of Scotland? I do tell you that every May, but unusual for January. So we just keep these really cold. There's a -10 coming down on Thursday. And as today, something's going to change. -8 in my location, -9. The northwest of Scotland's -10s and 11s lurking. That's the beast. Is it going to engulf this beast? Oh, it's certainly coming our way. Wow, -12s up there. Look at that cold pool of air coming down from the north and east. Interestingly, on Thursday, we're also seeing it in Scandinavia. Beast from the east, of course. So we're seeing a real cold pool. I've not seen this for years. Last time I seen this was the beast for the east in March 2018. Get it in January though. The sun's much less strong, so it's going to be more intense. So we could be in for something. There's -13 way up there. You don't get many times where it gets colder than that, 1 mile up in the atmosphere, and that's the truth. That's incredible. So we do get a wee swipe of a beast from the east there. Something looks as if it's trying to get a wee bit less cold, but look how the black snow line just comes back down, and there you go. There's your -10 isotherm dropping down through the country. Another skydiver, yeah, coming down from the north. There we have it. It's happening again. This one comes right into central Scotland. Next Sunday, a week today, we've got the -10 isotherm and as low as -13. That is a beast from the east. As far as I'm concerned, I declare Scotland and parts of England is going to have a beast for the east at this moment. There's another finger of this really cold air coming down from the Arctic. Look at it, it's just incredible. So notice the winds there on next Tuesday, going back into the north, so we're going to get another swipe. And there's a low pressure there as well. It's very cold. I would suggest that this precipitation is all going to be in the form of snow unless you're on the immediate coast. There's another beast for the east signature on Thursday the 14th. So I think I've taken you far enough ahead with that. What interesting weather. Hey, okay, I said I had something exciting to show you. So I'm going to show you this. I show you this all the time. This is the Arctic Oscillation. I look at the North Atlantic Oscillation and the Arctic Oscillation. When they're positive, and you can see there's no positivity there at all, we did recover it just a wee bit. See where the line went up near neutral? That was a slightly less cold spell we had at Boxing Day. That's when Bella came in and mixed it up a wee bit, and then it got colder again. So you could see the line dropping. When it's negative, it means that cold air can get out of the Arctic. It's normally bottled up, and we have the Arctic Night Polar Jet. How cool does that sound? And what it does is it goes round the pole because it's dark constantly, so that's why it's the Night Polar Jet. And it goes round the Arctic and it keeps the worst of the cold right bottled up in the pole. But when we have a sudden stratospheric warming, or the AO or the NEO go into negative territory, it allows high pressure to set up over the northern latitudes. It displaces the jet stream much further south, and we get into the cold side of the jet. And you can see there that the projections are, you don't see them getting much lower. Those red lines are the predicted forecast for the next 2 weeks, and they're hitting the bottom of the graph. So that is saying to me, we're in for it. We're in for severe winter weather. There might be lots of sunny days that are really nice and pleasant, but there is, I mean, I'm not saying there's going to be 10 feet of snow here. No way. But there could be snow just about anywhere, but there's also going to be a lot of really cold nights and days where we don't get much above zero. Let me show you this other really exciting chart. I hope it's this one. Let me second. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. This is from weatheriscool.com. And what it's showing you is the strength of the polar vortex, which is that polar night jet that I was describing. Basically, the black line there is the mean line for this time of year. This is the stratospheric temperature. So it's the top level of the atmosphere. So the troposphere is where weather happens, just one layer up, the stratosphere. What can happen sometimes, and it did create the beast from the east, it's got to be said, in 2018. This happened in February. It took a wee while to filter through. It took a couple of weeks to get into the troposphere where weather happens. And what happens is, with a sudden stratospheric warming, which we've been having for the last 4 days, high pressure builds up and over the North Pole, and the polar night jet actually just breaks down. And that's what allows the cold weather to get into the mid-latitudes. So if you look there, the blue line is where we've been this year. And we've just been kind of bobbing up and down from normal. You see the line going up and above, and sometimes below. You can see our wee cold spells that we had there, definitely. But look how the zone of winds right now are almost at reversal. So instead of going west, they're almost going to go in the opposite direction. The polar jet is going to reverse, which means that the jet stream does something similar. If we get in the cold side of the block, there's a few caveats to this, incidentally, but I'll keep going here. Where you see these green lines, this is the GFS prediction. And look, the below zero, the crash, they go down to -20, which means not only do we go into reversal, but it's a strong reversal, and it takes quite a lot to get out of that. That's a blocked pattern. I mean, one thing can go wrong if you're looking for a really cold and snowy winter. We've got a lot of blocking just now before this stratospheric effect is actually felt in the troposphere. So, I've always been playing with the date of about the 7th and 8th of January. That's what I've been saying for about the last 4 weeks. It can happen as quick as that, but sometimes it kind of then wanes and comes back. So I just have a feeling that if it does get a wee bit milder for a time in January, the cold will come back more severely later on. But I'm not sure. We have to wait and see what side of the block we get on. Because last year we had a slightly blocked situation, but what happened was high pressure sat just to the south in the east of the UK, but it wasn't a Scandinavian high. It was based in the Mediterranean, and it extended up towards the Arctic. And what that meant was that it was drawing southerly winds up from Africa. So we just got on the wrong side of the block. Whereas the other side of Europe were on the colder side of the block. So if the block moves around, then it could spoil a severe winter. But my hunch at the moment is that the Greenland high might come together with the Siberian high that's been severely displaced further west into Russia. And I think maybe between Greenland and Russia, these may come together and set up a block that gives us a good couple of severe weeks of weather. What could go wrong is that the block then moves over to the other side of the Arctic, to the Pacific Ocean side of the Arctic. That might make it a wee bit less cold, but still giving us a chance of pulling in another good few cold events. I've got one more chart to show you. Why not? I want to show you a metrogram. And this metrogram, if I can find it, is for Glasgow. If I can find it. That's there, yeah, okay. Now look at this. You do not see this is a 35-day metrogram. These are daytime temperatures. This line, this is the 0 degrees line. And just look how much more below zero we're going to go. This is the maximum temperatures. Your red dots are your maximums. Your blue squares, they're the minimum daytime temperatures. Look how we're down near -5. Look at the 11th of January. The red dots are down about -2. And the blue dot squares are down around -4 or so. Okay, so there's a slight warming there about the 16th. No great shakes. We're talking about 3 degrees, maybe. And then look at how it's just showing early indications of another hit of cold. You can see the line getting down to 0 again, and all the blue boxes are below 0, and the red dots are approaching 0 around about the last week of January. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Just wanted to end with this picture. Went out for a walk yesterday. I've been going out walks every day, and isn't that glorious? This is the weather we've been having in the southwest of Scotland. You can't see the hard frost and ice everywhere. I do believe even the snow at the sea froze this morning. Amazing, because the wind's not blowing off the sea. But this is what things are looking like. This was taken about 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Thanks for watching my first video of the new year. I'll be back with a European outlook on Tuesday when the ECMWF charts all update. Don't think there'll be anything in between, but if you want daily updates, please check out Jason's Weather Window on Facebook. You'll see the link here on YouTube. Just click it. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. Drop a comment in, whatever you like. And if there's something that you'd like me to feature, like your town or whatever, let me know. I'm very open to doing this. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great New Year's weekend. If you live in Scotland, have a great bank holiday Monday tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice one. The festive period is still here, as you can see, with the Christmas tree and the poinsettia behind me. Thank you so much, everyone. Take great care of yourself and have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous new year. Goodbye.